Welcome to the Greg's Review Show. Today we're going to talk about a very important topic: fair use of this video. We're going to get into it. Some of the ladies or uh, wives find out their men are either on the down low and they're talking about some of these scenarios and what they should do and how do they find out. Thumbs up, like and share this video. Please support us through Cash App. That's Cash App. GRC $ mantrap. That's GRC $mantrap. Without further ado, let's get into this video real quickly, and I won't hold back when we get back. Here we go.
He will always be with them, and I would be like, "Can I have some of your time?" It was so bad. Like, can I have some of your time too? It got to the point where I felt like he was cheating, but he was cheating with another woman and just saying like he was going with his friends. No, he would say stuff like, "I'm done with him," and y'all, it was so bad. I don't know how I didn't see it. It was so bad. They would even have arguments, and he would be like, "I'm not talking to him no more." Like, imagine your boyfriend saying stuff like, "I'm not going to talk to him no more." Like, he's selfish. He just, y'all, it sounded like they was in a relationship for real. That's why I would always say, like, that's your boyfriend. Like, do I even have a boyfriend? That's your boyfriend. Leading up to the day that I found out we were going through a really rough patch and we were arguing all the time. And a lot of time we would argue and he would like tell me like stuff like, it's just stuff that I got to work on with myself. Like, it's not you. It's just stuff that I have to work on. And I would be like, what is it? Like a bunch of unanswered questions. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Story time, how I found out my boyfriend was gay, part 2. So like 3 days before I found out for real, my friend sent me a video of 3 men doing a thing. If y'all know, it was a porno. The video was only 32 seconds long. It was super blurry and it only showed like a glimpse of his face. So I couldn't tell that it was him or if it was him or not. Y'all, we spent like a full-blown hour trying to figure it out. We couldn't figure it out, but one thing about me is I'm going to investigate and I will figure it out. The next time I saw him, I asked him if I can use his phone real quick. He let me, but like I can tell he was kind of watching what I was doing, like looking over me. So I went to his text messages. And I saw that he had a text message from his friend that I was talking about in part 1. We're going to call him Brian. The text message said, "We need to do that again. We need to do that again." And then right before I can press the message and go look at it, he snatches his phone away from me. At this point, I'm really in detective mode because either you cheating on me or you cheating on me with a man. Y'all, it get worse from here.
Like for part 3.
Okay, y'all, I'm back. Part 3, story time, how I found out my ex-boyfriend was gay. So this is where everything really starts to unfold. He snatches the phone out my hand, and at this point, I'm still in denial, but in the back of my mind, I already knew the truth that I had to face. I just feel like it would have been easier to digest if it was a woman. After he snatched the phone from me, we started arguing because what are you hiding? What was it that him and Brian needed to do again? Y'all, this man looks me dead in my eyes and tell me that I'm tripping and him and Brian was talking about going back out of town. But here's the kicker. From my understanding, him and Brian had never been out of town. I'm like, you sound stupid as hell. When did y'all even go out of town in the first place? Now he's stumbling over his words and he looking like he just got caught. Like he's scared. So he started confessing that they went out of town for a day while I was on my girls' trip. He didn't want to tell me because he didn't want to bother me while I was out there. What the hell sense does that even make? We talked every single day while I was out there. Every single day. We argued about that for a while until I realized that that was probably the least of my worries. Because for one, you might have a gay sex tape out on the internet. And for 2, why are you and your friend talking in a sexual manner? But I knew for a fact that I wasn't going to get that he was gay out of him that night. So I decided to let it go that night and investigate the next day since he had already told me that he was going out with the guys the next day. Like for part 4, this is where I catch him in the act. Never mind, forget that. Like for part 3 and a half. again in the same day was story time, part 3.5, how I found out my ex-boyfriend was gay. So I told him that I was going to stay in that night, and I told him to have fun, do your thing. Meanwhile, I was gathering a whole plan of action. I asked my sister if she can switch cars with me, so he wouldn't have known that it was me, because he would never recognize my sister's car how he recognized my car. So that night I told him that I was going to go ahead and go to sleep. It was probably about like 9 o'clock, but I was very much woke. Very much.
Like for part 4. Part 4.
All right, y'all. This is it. Part 4, how I found out my ex-boyfriend was gay. Now, this is a part that I have literally been dreading. So I told him that I was going to go ahead and go to sleep, and I told him to be safe, have fun, just so, he wouldn't like suspect anything. They usually leave out at like 10, so I waited till like 9:30 to head that way. When I got there, my ex's car was there, but Brian's car wasn't. So I sat there and waited to see if anybody would come, whether it be him, another girl, another guy. I just sat there and waited. I probably waited for like 30 minutes, and then Brian pulls up. I told myself, I don't know what time they leaving, but I'm going to give him like an hour max. An hour passed and nobody else showed up, but also they never left out. In my mind, I'm like, dang, I should have never told him I was going to sleep, because I need to be able to ask him if he at the club or not, if he left yet, to see what he said. So I decided to text him and tell him that I couldn't sleep, and I asked him if they had made it to the club yet. I kid y'all not, this man tells me, yeah, we here, but I'm kind of ready to go. It was something like that. Like he was saying that he was ready to go. I'm like, why do you have to do, all you had to say was, yeah, you didn't have to do all that lying. What you doing all that lying for? So I just played along with it. And I asked him what time did he plan on going home. He like, probably in an hour or so. Yeah, I'm like, this is crazy. Now, keep in mind, I have a key. We got a key to each other house. Well, we had a key. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give him like 15 minutes and I'm going in. 15 minutes passed and I'm like, okay, it's time. I'm going. So I went up to the door and listened, but I didn't hear anything. Then I turned the doorknob and the door is not even locked. Walked in and I was terrified. I was freaking terrified. They not in the living room. They not in the kitchen. I don't see them when I first come in. So I'm like, God, please don't let this man be in his bedroom. Then I started to hear moaning and I knew right then and there exactly what was going on. I wanted to turn around and go home. I didn't even care no more, but I had to figure it out. So I went ahead and busted in the door, and y'all will never believe what I had to witness.
He was giving Brian that got 3,000.
I know a lot of people have been like messaging me, asking me what's going on, why I'm moving out. And it's because like I just found out that my husband and like the man that I've been with like since high school for like 12 years, like we have 2 kids together, and he just like let me know that like he's gay and that he's been gay and like he's been trying to fake it, but he just can't anymore. I'm feeling so many things. I'm confused, I'm angry, I'm sad, but I'm also happy that like I'm happy that he could like finally live his life and that he doesn't have to like hide himself anymore. But I don't know, I'm just feeling so many things. Anyways, I just want to thank everyone for their kind messages and words of like affirmation, just because it has really helped me get through. Because like I've been with him since I was in high school, and so it's just like a lot, especially with 2 kids and like having to move out your whole life, like a whole life that you thought that you were gonna have, that it's gone now. And it's also hard because it's like no one really understands, because no one has been through this situation. Like no one that I know has been through this situation. And so it's just really hard. I just love him, and he keeps telling me how much he loves me and our kids, and like he never wanted to have to like leave, but that he just can't like pretend anymore. And I just want to be like supportive and just let him know that he has me like still on his side, and that I love him still, but it's just hard at the same time because, like, I spent the last 12 years with him building this life. It's, like, just crazy that, like, your whole life can just change in, like, a day. The nights are, like, just so lonely, and I have, like, the 2 kids to take care of. And it's, like, I just miss him, and I miss our family so much.
Since finding out about my husband, I've gotten hundreds of messages from other women going through the same thing. There is just so many absolutely heartbreaking and devastating stories that I'm reading in my messages. I know I'm getting a lot of backlash for the way that I'm handling it, but the amount of people thanking me in my messages has made it all worth it. There's so many women out there that are wanting to share their stories, and they're scared because they haven't told their families or their partner hasn't fully come out. I've already had multiple women ask me to share their stories anonymously, so I might start doing that on here as well. I don't even think that it's been a week. I'm still grieving and I'm still processing everything. I am going to be starting a support group of a bunch of women who have been going through it and want to be able to chat and talk to each other and heal together. And if you want to be part of that, just let me know. And if you do want me to share your story anonymously, just message me, but put share in caps or something so that I could separate your messages from the other ones that I'm receiving. I just want to use this platform to help others and, of course, document my own growth over time. And thank you, everyone who has been supportive. It has actually really, really helped me. I just wanted to hop on here and address like comments like this because I did get a few. I tried to update the caption in a video to say that I had posted with consent because I would never, ever, ever in a billion years out someone no matter what they did to me. I would never publicly out anyone. As you could see from my video, like I'm very empathetic. I would never ever hurt someone in that way, no matter how bad they hurt me. And it wasn't actually my idea to post the video. It was his idea because I've been struggling. And it was his idea because he told me that I should post about it to reach more people so that I could find people who are experiencing it like how I am, and they could give me their point of view and they could help me and I could have a community because I don't know anyone personally who's going through this. So before you jump the gun and just think that I'm like some horrible person who like is hurt and I'm going to hurt someone else, it was never like that and it will never be like that. And as far as like the people who are hating on me saying that I just saw what I wanted to see and it's like I should have known and all this stuff and like commenting on videos of like my daughter's birthday just like hating and like saying just horrible things, like what's wrong with you guys? Like clearly I'm going through some shit and then you're just gonna hate on all like the good memories that we actually had. Like that's like genuinely so fucked, and like I wish people were just nicer. And to all the women who did reach out to me and tell me their stories, I'm so thankful for you guys. You guys have helped me through so much. I know it's only been 3 days now and I have a lot of processing to do, but it really has helped. So I appreciate you guys. And all my new followers who are supporting me as well, like I'm so thankful just for everyone. It's just a really hard time right now. So I just wanted to clear up something. My ex, he did not leave me. I took myself out of that situation. I took myself out the house just because I couldn't be there. It was too many memories to have to look at. But he does still help with the kids. He did offer to still pay for me to be at the house and that he could leave, but I just didn't want to be there. So I just went with my family by choice. But he didn't just kick me out and like leave our kids or anything like that. I know it's not the popular opinion, but I know that he loves me and I love him too. So it's not like we hate each other and like we're not talking or anything like that, because I still do talk to him daily and we take care of the kids together. I take them to go see him. He's going to start coming to pick them up.